What's up guys, Blade Master here, gonna be bringing you a 2v2 city siege that I fought quite a while ago with Trolley Bolly. I always wanted to bring this replay to you guys, but I kinda wanted to make it like semi-live comm, semi-post battle commentary, but I kinda lost the I lost the live comm audio file. So a post commentary will have to do. At least this means that I will definitely be posting this. So we are fighting in Alexandria, Aracosia. And it's going to be a Roman versus Egypt matchup. So the Egyptians have fortified in the city of Alexandria, Aracosia, and the Romans, with their ballistas, are trying to take down the city, take down these walls. And I am fighting with Trolley Bolly. Trolley Bolly, I believe, has is on this side, whereas I have just one big. Huge lump of Romans on this side. But that's not all. I also have another small sect of Romans on the rear, at the rear. Let's just call this the south of the city. And this crack troop, we've got like one Hastati and a Vigiles here that's trying to take the walls at the south, and gain a foothold at the south of the city. And we've also got one Roman heavy onager that's going to try and tear down this gate, while a siege tower filled with spear gladiatrices, some really brave women, is going to scale these walls and then probably meet these Egyptian archers that are there on the walls. Also got a couple of Hastati behind them and gladiators as well. So I'm basically in charge of trying to win over the south of the city, while we try and put up a united front against the Egyptians. Here we have a bunch of Thureos spears on the on top of the city walls, and this is a good idea by the opposing team. You can see all these javelins sticking out because they were just busy throwing their javelins on the rushing Romans. I believe these are Hastati that are scaling the walls. Destroy the bastion onager. And the Thureos spears, honestly, they'll do okay because it's just like one or two Romans that are filtering out of the siege tower at once. So if they choose to charge, they can probably do pretty decently. But there is another set of Romans here. These guys look a bit more armored. They look either like Sake Hastati or maybe just Principes. No, these are also Hastati that are fighting. Then who are these guys? They're Principes. Okay, so the Principes are the ones that don't look as well armored. No, never mind. No, they definitely look better. So Principes on one side, we have Hastati on the other, both on one side of the flanks. Meanwhile, another set of Principes that are forming up at the north side of the wall. So it looks like they've given up control of the wall pretty easily. We also have one tortoise here that's just completely demolishing the gate. Wow, so much dust, cannot even see. And through the dust, we can see the city is completely undefended. The opposing team had brought a bunch of thorax pikemen, and if they kept them in places like these, like right here, it could be very difficult for the Romans or for us to enter into. But it doesn't look so. We can see one thorax swordsman that's in the city center. Meanwhile, my heavy onager is trying to destroy the Egyptian archers. It looks like I decided to change course with one of my... Or where is my spear gladiatrices? Oh, they're over here. They've scaled this section so that they wouldn't be under fire from the Egyptian archers, and now they can these brave ladies can make it into the Egyptian archers from here. Where are they even? Oh, they're all the way here. So that's quite a distance that they need to walk through, or run through. Most likely run through. But since we've scaled the walls here, it should be pretty easy for my Hastati as well to just climb up and then jump down, and then probably meet these thorax swordsmen right here. There's some mercenary Kushite shield women, which I'm not really sure why our opponents had decided to bring them. Are they shield women or shield men? Oh, these are mercenary leopard warriors, okay. And then we've got the shield women here. So just some Kushite levies, I guess. Some crack spear troops. And, ooh, shit, whoops. There we go. So we've poked another hole through the wall here, and the Hastati can pour in. Meanwhile, the Principes, 61 men left, got 92 kills on a mixture of Carrion Axemen and Thorax and Thuria Spears, really not making a big name for themselves there because, you know, with the walls to defend them, those Thuria Spears will do very well in defending at the very least. So, Kushite shield women here, still none of the areas really, like, I can see their idea is pretty smart. They want to, you know, have defensive troops at the at these like filter zones or whatever they're called. There's a word for this. Ouch! Can't really think when I'm being destroyed by rocks. And meanwhile, the Hastati are going to charge into them. Hastati will obviously do very well against Leopard Warriors. Honestly though, you know, with the fatigue penalties applied to the Hastati since they've been running around, I don't know if they would really do all that well. They're damaged by artillery. The Leopard Warriors are also damaged by artillery. They have very good base morale, 65 base morale. Have a decent charge too, so the our opponent probably should have just charged them in and not braced like that. Some more mercenary Kushite shield women here. They were on the other side. They were in this little zone right here. They've decided to move around and then support the mercenary Leopard Warriors, which is a good idea because look at the number of Romans that are pouring in through this little hole. And the Thuria Spears can't really support because here are the gates. The Carrion Axemen have poured through, but it's going to take a while, especially with the Principes there who are engaging with the rest of those troops. I think the Principes have died. But we have one Principes that's basically full strength, gotten 120 kills. Meanwhile, we're pouring in our Balearic Slingers here. The Syrian Archers and Balearic Slingers pouring in through the city center. Not the city center, but the main, the north of the city. They have unimpeded access with roads, I believe. Are these roads? Are these classified as roads? No. But they can just move straight through and then through the bazaar, through this little bazaar in the center, and then probably start hitting these thorax swordsmen. If we can time it right, you know, our the Saki Hastati who've poured in through the south can help out and defend can help out and just engage these thorax swordsmen, while the Syrian archers pour in fire from the flanks. It looks like for some reason the thorax swordsmen wanted to get out of the city for some reason. Maybe too scared of the Romans? Not really sure. Still no sign of the pikemen. I remember in the unit screen there were 8 pikemen. But as for now, it looks like the mercenary Kushites are just going to have to do the talking themselves. You can see some archer fire being poured in. Where is it going? Into the bazaar? Let's go at the bazaar. Oh, we have some retreating Thuria spears who are still being fired upon by Syrian archers for some reason. Yeah, you can see these leopard warriors and shield women are actually doing a decent job of holding out. Not getting many kills, obviously. 7 kills with these guys. Leopard warriors with 13 kills and wavering. They do have Frenzy Charge. Frenzy Charge, popping that now would be good because that gives them unbreakable morale temporarily. Meanwhile, I decided to pour into the city center. This is the capture zone. This is what we need to keep our troops in if we want to win. And that's not good for the Egyptians. So that's why they decided to bring their peltists in here to just try and hold out the Hastati and the Vigiles here. That was my crack troop ninja warriors who decided to just charge into the city center and try and take it when the enemy was unawares. Egyptian slingers on the walls, firing in. They're going to do a lot of damage to Saki Hastati and the gladiators. Gladiators will do good damage against the thorax swordsmen, but they're already winded and they just had an uphill charge. So really not going to do too much against so many thorax swordsmen. But this is bad. This is so bad. We have Egyptian elephants who just poured in straight from the city center. Some of them died even. Well, that ain't good. But there's still more than enough of these auxiliary elephants to just make a huge dent in this massive blob of thorax swordsmen. You can see some Pila hitting the auxiliary elephants here. But yeah, this is not going to be good. so many troops just falling over. And some more thorax swordsmen just got hit in the rear by elephants. And the elephants will definitely turn the tide of this little engagement here. Yeah, thorax swordsmen are not gonna like elephants just hitting them right in the rear. So 5 out of 9 elephants left, 100 kills already, and that is obviously to be expected, especially with Stampede turned on. And that's just going to cause a huge fear out here. Some of these units are confident, but some of them, since they're already exhausted with the fear penalty and fire arrows, flaming shot being poured somewhere here, some of them are just going to run away. Meanwhile, we have a huge number of slingers and archers that are just ready to pour in fire here. And that is, again, going to be a field day for these slingers and for the archers as well. Slingers in Rome 2 kind of underwhelming in terms of just pure damage, but give them enough time and they will turn a battle around just by themselves. You can see some more of the elephants dying. There's only one more rampaging elephant, it looks like. But they've done their damage, you know, they've got 120 kills, 120 odd kills, I don't know. The last of them just got shot to death by slingers. And the slingers, I mean, Egyptian slingers, you really can't expect too much from them. Here the Roman heavy onager, I mean, didn't really get any kills, but wasn't meant to be getting kills. Just hit and destroyed the center, the walls. And this is not good for the Egyptian, for our Egyptian army, our Egyptian friends right here. We have a huge troop, or a huge contingent of Principes and Hastati that are just pouring down this one bridge here. Again, pikes would be perfect at this choke point. That's the word I was looking for. Having pikes at those choke points would have been so much more effective than the spear women and the shield women or whatever. But here, ooh, Greek Scorpion with 189 kills. Yep, that's artillery in Rome 2 for you. Firing from the top of the city steps onto the poor Romans. Where are the Romans? There we go. Yeah, some of them are already routing. The Hastati have had enough. They've gotten a decent number of kills, but they just can't. They don't like those massive scorpion shots. Peltis here using the barricades to their advantage, but some of the barricades are just being destroyed. It looks like. And Principes doing very poorly against. Oh, these are royal thorax swordsmen. So yeah, they won't trade very cost effectively. But in a situation like this, where all they have to do is protect the city, they will do pretty well. They will obviously defeat the Principes. Meanwhile, Egyptian slingers still making their presence felt slowly and steadily. 20, 11, 25 kills. Obviously, Egyptian slingers were not a good choice to bring, especially since you're defending. Here, these pikemen just present this huge wall, huge problem, a 4-rank deep problem for the Romans. You can see Trolley and I just have no idea what to do. We're just sitting here with our shield in our hand, just no idea what to do. And we do have a lot of these Balearic slingers and Syrian archers, and they are firing into this choke point right here. Now, I guess smartly, I'm not really sure if this was intentional or not, but the pikemen still have their shields raised, so that gives them a slight missile block chance, and that wouldn't be the case if they had pike phalanx on. You can see these Hastati still dying. Just some more fire from the Greek Scorpion, almost got a double experience chevron. Should be firing into the Syrian archers right now because, I mean, the Syrian archers pose a more deadly threat than the Hastati. The Hastati can't do anything against pikemen in this, in this formation right here. Smart move. They are going to present just this huge wall of pikes that Trolley and I just absolutely cannot move through with our Hastati. But we do have auxiliary Balearic slingers here. 104 kills with these guys. Whom are they firing at? Carian Axemen, Sobek Cultists, and some more Thorax Pikemen. And again, that is the exact reason why we decided to bring a lot of archers here. Against Egypt, you have to be prepared to face pikes, especially against a defending city. And now we're firing into the rear of Egyptian pikemen here, not firing into the front because that would make our slingshots that much more deadly. I think my Syrian, I was commanding this little contingent here, and meanwhile he was taking care of the left side. Right side destroyed the Scorpion finally, but now we are still presented with a shit ton of these Egyptian pikemen to try and kill off. Oh, sorry, Thorax pikemen. Thorax pikemen in this deeper formation. They're even facing down. Like, there's absolutely no chance anything would go past them. But they're defending the wrong zone though, because the actual city center is not there. The actual city center is right here. So the place we want to capture is right here. And I guess that's why I decided to pull out my Syrian archers, so that we can just concentrate on killing this zone right here. Of course, if once we do, they can very easily just come down the city steps and then reinforce this area. Like, it is still hale and healthy. Here we can see one of my auxiliary Syrian archers. This is Rome 2 derping out at its finest. The Syrian archers just don't know how to get out of this place. Sure, they've got this little zone here, but they just don't want to get out. I guess they're just stuck. I have no idea. It's not like we didn't capture anything. We've captured the gate too. And it looks like this Hastati is facing the same problem. A full strength Hastati and a full strength Syrian archer just unable to get into the fight. Now imagine if this was a battle against the AI and my campaign depended on it. How infuriating would that be? So one mercenary leopard warrior dead. Mercenary leopard warriors have very poor armor. For a unit of their price, they cost like 650 talents, and there's honestly no reason why you would bring them when you have much cheaper, much better options in the Levi-Thurea spears, especially with their javelins. Here, just an absolutely deadly wall of pikes, still staying strong against our archers, but they are taking damage. Even with their heavy armor, they are taking a lot of damage. Some of these thorax pikemen taking 4 or 5 arrows to their arm and still not dying. Looks like they're trying to rush. Why are they trying to rush? Okay, I guess if they want to go balls out, we'll go balls out too. We have some Principes here that can engage them, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing. This is perfect for us. That is one pikeman that's wasted, completely wasted. Oh, he's turning on pike phalanx now, which is, I guess that's a pretty decent decision. They are completely out of formation though, which means that they are, look at this, like all their pikes are just going to be raised. Only some of them are down. So that gives us very easy flanking opportunities. So yeah, these 2 thorax pikemen probably destroyed. Anyways, I don't know why he decided to rush them in, because we have Syrian archers here that can just deal so much hurt to those guys. So Belarus Slingers, again, the Belarus Slingers are going to be so useful in this game because they have extended ammo, and we need all that ammo for us to slowly whittle down these heavily armored pikemen. Slingers here with 44 kills, 31 kills with a single experience chevron. Of course, they've just been slowly and steadily firing at the Belarus Slingers, just whittling them down one by one. Belarus Slingers themselves have a decent missile block. They have like a 20% missile block chance, I think. Oh, they're firing into the Syrian archers. Syrian archers, of course, they just have 0 missile block chance. They rely solely on their 40 armor to protect them from missiles, or to somehow just absorb missiles long enough for them to stay alive. So thorax pikemen here with 15 kills. These guys with 5 kills. And now since we're only engaging them frontally, they'll die. Like you can see, they're losing current combat, but they'll last for a long time. Yeah, they're just not kept in the right formation. Putting them at a choke point here, like this, would be much better. Principes pulling out because we're just like let the archers do the talking. Because there's no need for them to engage. They are firing into the shield inside. I wonder if firing into the right side is any worse, because they have the shield right here to protect them. I wonder. Not that it makes much of a difference though. Whoever brings pikes. So we have one area here that we can just filter into. Looks like we're taking our time. Meanwhile, this Greek Scorpion honestly not done much. I think it's because it's on flaming shot, I guess. I'm not really sure why it's not gotten as many kills as the other one. Principes here definitely going to make their presence felt against onto the back of his thorax pikeman. So one thorax pikeman down. The other, while it's rushing in to support its comrades, is just going to take rear shots from Syrian archers and Belarus Slingers, I believe. Oh yeah, it looks like Belarus Slingers. And once they turn their backs, I can just bring, or Trolli and I can just bring our Principes and just completely destroy them. Ouch. Anything else going on? Doesn't look like it. It's just going to be a prolonged, protracted skirmish engagement. Just see 174 kills here, 128, 129, 94, 81. And yeah, I think now we decide to just rush in. Had enough. Oh, meanwhile, like from bumblefuck nowhere, we have our heavy onager that's fighting in. Ouch! Talk about an ancient era homing missile. Wow. From literally outside the city, just hitting these thorax spikes. They really need to fix the accuracy. Look at these potholes. Look at the accuracy of this. Wow. So again, smartly, there's one Egyptian pike here that's at least going to hold out this center. But then again, we can see some more archers that are pouring in the fire from there. Oh, we've turned on attacking Teshuda with our Hastati here, so that I think there's fire coming in from the arrow tower, and we don't want none of that. Looks like the Egyptian flag is slowly going down, but they are bringing more and more thorax spikes here to help support. But the crucial mistake that was made earlier in pulling out the pikes there is going to allow us to rear charge it potentially with our Principes. Meanwhile, these two pikes are just doing diddly squat. It's chilling there. Could be very helpful in the city center right about now. Looks like he just doesn't want to budge. Thorax pikeman here, of course, getting destroyed by the Balearic Slingers. One of the Balearic Slingers with the double experience chevron. And here again, we are faced with a lot of pikes to deal with. I think these are Vigiles. Yeah. Sending the Vigiles to their deaths, of course, because who gives a fuck about them? And here Principes with very solid attacking Teshuda to protect them from the missile fire. Get a sudden nice little flank charge, coy little flank charge against those thorax pikemen. They turn around, giving the Balearic Slingers ample shots at their ass. And we still have so many troops in reserve that it's just a matter of time before we whittle down the pikemen. But I think the Slingers by now would be running dangerously low. But finally, the CPU sorted itself out, and we can see just one long line of Syrian archers like, sorry guys, a bit late to the party, but we're going to make our presence felt. Sooner or later? No, much later rather than sooner. So these Syrian archers just chilling in the shallow water, enjoying this is supposed to be shallow water, isn't it? Yeah, shallow water. Literally looks like it's like ankle deep water. They're just enjoying themselves in the kiddie pool. And only one more thorax pikeman here that is just being surrounded. Meanwhile, its comrades are just chilling at the edge of the at the right side of the city. And these guys are just like, why do you guys want us to die? Once this thorax pikeman dies, it's basically game over. As you can see, there's only a minute and a half left. Actually, you know what? Let's put this on play. Let's see the carnage. After all, this is not any MLG skills game, so might as well enjoy the spectacle. Ooh, ouch. What is with that? There was like that one javelin that's sticking out of this dude. Oh man, I can't see it. There's like a guy with a javelin on his neck. Or was it just his shield? Probably just his shield. I'm just imagining things. Nice clipping going on. Oh, actually, yeah, the javelin, the pila did stick to his shield. So, yeah, I guess I was wrong. And of course, some equites or legionary cavalry there just to mop up the slingers at the end of the day. And it is going to be a victory for Trolley Boli and I. Fuck them. Not really well played to our opponents. Nah, that's just so mean. You know, they could have done a lot better. One was just a pretty bad army. The mercenary leopard warriors, Egyptian pikemen. Egyptian pikemen are good for for a city defense. This was such a perfect army for a city defense, and we purposely said no rules. You guys can bring whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, it's just if you deploy them wrong, even with the best army to defend a city, you can lose it. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this kind of a different video from my usual onslaught of online battles. And stay tuned for more. Peace.